Hello guys, welcome to our channel. Myself Ganesh. Today we are talking about the concept that is the Docker, and under this Docker we are going to discuss about this how to expose the port. Okay, so how to expose the port and how to publish the port. So there are basically two concepts. So this export or publish the port, that means whatever the port is available on your physical machine. So suppose this is my physical machine. So the physical machine, over this physical machine there is one Docker engine, and using this Docker engine we are creating the container. But this container is not having any IP address, right? So that IP address is not having, that means we can't access this container directly from outside. From this base OS you can access directly, but from outside you can't access this container, right? So how you can access this container? So we are going to expose, because whatever the applications deployed under this container, so how you can access, using some port you need to access it, right? So basically suppose one user is available publicly. Suppose here is my user is available, and that user want to access some application on your container. So how he can access, right? So basically there is one way like this. User will access first your base operating system, and using that base operating system he will access this container, right? So this is the one way. And the second way, that is the expose the port, right? So whatever the application is deployed, if suppose I have installed some Apache application on your container, so there is one port we need to map from your operating base system. So basically whatever the port we are expose or publish on container, so this port range should be default. So we are not doing any manual port need to manual. So whatever the port are standards, like this HTTP is having 80, Jenkins is having 8080. So such ports we are using, whatever the standards ports are used. Okay, so we are not going to modified any port on your base OS also. So whatever the port we are going to map on your container, so it should be mapped from your host base OS. Okay, so we are going to do this demonstration. So how you can do it, right? So first I am going to check any images is available or not on my system. So there is no image is available. So first we are going to expose one port. Okay, so you need to use this command docker space run space hyphen td space hyphen name. I am giving my container name, that is container1 space, and here you need to specify the option, that is hyphen p space 80 colon 80 space. You need to use some images. Okay, so I am going to use my image, that is ubuntu space. So this is the command you need to use. So here the option, that is hyphen td. So t is nothing but your terminal and d is nothing but your daemon. So the container which I am going to creating, that is my container 1. So I have specified this name with this hyphen name parameter. So hyphen td, d is nothing but your daemon. So this container will create, but it is running in background, right? So, and hyphen p is nothing but your port, or you can say publish. Okay, so either you can use this hyphen p option, or you can use hyphen expose option. Okay, so there is some difference in between this hyphen p and hyphen expose. So hyphen p basically used when you are using hyphen p option. So that means whatever the end user is accessing this container, this is my container 1. So whatever this container is accessing using this port. Okay, so this first port is my base OS machine, this is my base OS machine, and this second 80 port is nothing but your container port. So we are going to map this 80 port with your container port. Okay, so whatever the end user is available on internet, so that user will access your container using this port. Okay, so that means we can say that is publish. Okay, means we are going to publish that port. So that means this container will accessible from anywhere, because this container is not having any IP address. So using this port he can access, right? So The second thing, that is the hyphen expose. So this hyphen expose is just we are going to expose, just we are going to enable that port. Okay, if suppose you are using this hyphen expose, that means whatever the user is available on internet, so that user cannot access your container using this internet. Okay, so that is nothing but your expose. The expose is nothing but whatever the port you are going to expose, that means you are going to enable it, but it is not going to publish. But using hyphen p option, you are going to publish it and you can access it from anywhere. Okay, enter it. So using this command, first it will pull out that image, that is Ubuntu image, from your Docker hub, because it is not able to find this image on locally, because it is not available. I have already checked it using this command. This image is not available on my machine, right? So this, now you can check this command, docker space ps space hyphen a. So this command is showing this container is now off. Okay, before this 17 seconds ago, with the name container1, with the image that is Ubuntu, and here you will get this option, that is the port. Okay, just one moment, I need to use this command again, and here you will get this port details. Okay, so this is my port. Okay, so this port is reflecting, that means 80. This is my local host and it is publicly accessed 000.0. So it is publicly accessed using this TCP, transfer control protocol. Okay, so this protocol is used. Now we are going to check this port. Another command is used, that is docker space port, and you need to specify your container name. So using this command, it will reflect this port is mapped from your host machine to your container. So this command also you can use. Now we are going to go under this container. So there are two ways to go under that particular container. Okay, so first command, that is we can check, that is docker space ps space hyphen a command. Second command, that is ps space ps whatever the container is running. So this command we are checking whatever the containers are available and their name. Second command, how we can enter in inside the container. So there are two commands we have already discussed about this, docker space attach. So this is the one command, and you need to specify your container name, right? So using this command you can enter under your container, exit it. Second command, so using this command, okay, second command I am going to execute it first, enter it again. It's taking time. Okay, so the second command, that is the docker space exe execute. Okay, execute space hyphen it space, you need to specify your container name, and you need to specify slash bin slash bash. Okay, so here is the second command, right? So using this command also you can go inside this container. So this basically there is some difference in between execute and attach. Okay, so this attach and execute, so the difference is nothing but this execute will create this new process of your container, means whatever the processes are going to run on your terminal on your container, so this process will start newly it using this execute command. But using this attach command, whatever the process are running on your container, so that process will resume, means there is no effect on your uh, whatever the process are running on your container, so there is no effect on your container using this attach command. But using this execute command you can enter it, so whatever the process are going to execute, so that process will execute as newly, so it will execute the new process, we can say. Okay, just enter it. So now I am going under this container, and this container is having this OS, that is Ubuntu. So under this Ubuntu, just we are going to install, because we have already mapped one port, that is 808080 with this container 80. So apt hyphen get space install space apache 2 space hyphen 1. So this is the command you can use to install any software on Ubuntu machine. So this command you need to use, first you need to use apt get space update space -y. So this command you need to use, so whatever the updates are available, it will install. Okay, now I am going to use this command apt-get space install space apache 2 space -y. So using this command, it will install this Apache software on my Ubuntu machine. Here it is asking for this region, in which geographical region you want to install. So I am going to install it under this uh, Asia region. Okay, time zone it is asking me. So I am going to use this Kolkata, enter it. Now this software is now installed. Okay, so just I am going to create one file inside this web page. So I am going to create one web page. So you need to go under this var/www/html. So this is the default path. Here index.html file is available. So under this file, just I am going to create some file echo, or just I am going to use cat space greater than sign space index.html. Okay, enter it. This is the demo for expose port from Docker host machine to container. Enter it. Use Ctrl D to save it. Okay, now this page is now I have modified with this content. Now you can check directly. So you need to just copy the public IP address of your host machine. So this is my public IP address. Where is the details? Okay, instance summary here. So you just copy this public IP address, paste it here, and you need to specify this port number, whatever the port you have exposed. So you need to use this 80. If suppose it is not working in my Chrome, okay, also you need to restart this Apache service. So how you can restart? Service space Apache 2 space start. So using this command you can start it, and now check it again. Yeah, now this page is now open. That means this port is now accessible from anywhere. Okay, so using this -p option, you can expose it, or you can say you can publish it. Okay, but if you are using this -expose option, so at that time this port will not accessible from internet, right? And this port should be enabled on your local machine. Okay, now we are going to use this another port, like same command I need to use. Here I am going to, okay, first I need to exit from this machine. This is my container, and I am going to use this another command -td. Here I am going to create new container, that is container 2, and here I am going to expose the port 8080. So this 8080 port is enabled on your local machine also. So this port I already enabled on my machine, and here I am going to use this image, that is Jenkins. Okay, and enter it. So it will pull out this Jenkins, and it is now going to install it. So basically this Docker, while this image, whatever the contents are available inside these images, so this content will install in layer format. So that layer format, that means whatever the content is available, one by one it will install it. Okay, so that is in layer format, you can say. Okay, so this is also the information you need to check it because this question is asked in the interview mostly. How this Docker image will install the software, whatever the contents are available inside this Docker images, so how it can be installed. So in layer format this software will install whatever the contents are available, right? So now you can check with this port, that is 8080 8080, and enter it. So now you will get this Jenkins web page, right? Because we have exposed this port with this 8080 for my image Jenkins. So this is the method. Now we can use this another concept, that is the how we can create the account in Docker Hub. So first you need to log in under this hub.docker.com. So this is the URL you need to use to create your Docker Hub account. So just I am going to enter it. Here I need to specify some Docker ID. So I am going to give HOC group, HOCG, or I am going to mention that is Gun MIT 2020. Here I am specifying my email ID gunmit 2020 @gmail.com, and here I am going to specify this password. Okay. Okay, here it is asking to verify it, so just I need to use anyone. So just click on it and verify it. Please select all matching images. Okay, please select all. Fire hydrant. Okay, fire hydrant. Information. Okay, just one moment. Please select all the images. Okay, now verify it. Please try again. Traffic signal. This is my traffic signal. This is my traffic signal. Verify it. Yeah, it's taking. Now going to sign in. So this is the way you need to sign up your Docker Hub account. So here three options you will get for free prompt T. So I'm going to continue with my free account. So here you will get one confirmation email. So using this Docker you will get one confirmation email. So you need to verify it. Once it verify, you need to log in it again. So now it's verified. Okay, so now it's verified, right? Okay, so this is the method. You need to create your Docker Hub account, and now you need to use the command, that is the Docker login. Okay, so using this command Docker login, you need to log in, and here you need to mention your username. So what is your username? That is my gun MIT 2020. Enter. Password, I have said one password. Now it is login succeeded, right? So that means I have attached, now I have attached my Linux machine with this Docker Hub account. Okay, so whatever the Docker Hub account you have created, you can log in it using this command, right? Now I'm going to pull out one image again. So there is one image is available, that is my Docker space images. Under two images are available, and ps space hyphen, okay, Docker space ps space hyphen a. There are two containers. So first I am going to remove my stop my container. There is any container is up, so both container are up and running. So first I need to stop it. So this is the command you need to use for stop this container. This is my container one, and now I am going to remove my container using this rm one. Okay, now both the containers are now removed, right? So there is no container available. Docker space images, there is two images are available. So I am going to remove one image, docker space rmi space jenkins. So you can check it. Now only one image is now available. Okay, now I am going to create one container using this image. So use this command again, and docker space run space hyphen it space hyphen hyphen name space giving this name container one. Okay, space using this image, that is ubuntu slash bin slash bash, enter. So now one container I have created. Under this container I am going to create some data. Suppose I am going to create directory, make directory space slash ganesh, and under suppose this ganesh directory I am going to create some file, that is a1 a2 a3. Okay, and I am going to exit it, right? So I have created one container, that is docker space ps space hyphen a option you can use, and it is exited. I have stopped it, okay, using this exit. And this container one, okay, this is created. um, Now we are going to create the image of this container, okay, and that image we can push to our docker hub. So how you can do it? Docker space commit space, this is my container name, and you need to specify your image name. So I am giving my image name, my image, enter. Now you can check docker space images. So one image is now created with the name my images, right? Okay, so I need to push out that image on my docker hub account. How you can do it? Docker space push space, you need to specify your image name. Okay, so before you need to specify that image name, first you need to tag it. Okay, so how you can tag that particular image? So by using this command, docker space tag space image name. My image name is my image. You need to specify your id, that is gunmit 2020 slash, this is my user id, and after slash I need to tag to my image. Okay, so I am going to specify this my image with the tag name my image for hub, enter. So this my image, so you just check this tag. So use this command tag docker space tag no docker space push. Just I am going to push this image now to my account, right? So just enter it. Now you can see this image is now going to push from your local machine to your docker hub account, but here you need to login in first using this docker login command to push out. Otherwise it will ask again to log in your account, right? So now this image is now push out to your docker hub account. Okay, thus I am going to refresh this docker hub account. So here you will reflect this image. So this is my image which I have pushed out from my local machine, right? But the access here it is reflected as public. So there are two types of access, like public and one is the private. So whatever the this here, it will accessible from anywhere and anyone can access this uh, image from anywhere, right? So if you want to make it as private, you can click here, and here is the option, that is to make it as private. So there are three options, I think. Where is the option under setting? Yeah, just click on setting. Yeah, here is the option, that is the make private. Okay, so this make private repository are only available to you or members of your organization. Okay, so whatever the login ID you have provided to any particular user, so that only can access that image. Okay, so no one can accessible if you want to make it as private. Okay, so if suppose I am going to click on make private, so just click it here. If you want to make it as, so first you need to specify your image name. Here I am going to specify my image name and make it as private. If you want to remove that particular image, you can remove it. Okay, so this is the option, that is the remove delete repository, so you can use this option. Now I have make my repository as as private. Okay, if you want to make it as public again, you can do it. Okay, now I have already pushed my image from my local machine, so you can check docker space images. So here my image is also available, but now I am going to remove all these images. Docker space and okay, docker space ps space hyphen a, there is one container is available, so I am going to remove this container also. So rm command you need to use to remove your container. Now I am going to remove my image, that is rmi option you need to use. This is my another image which I have uploaded on Docker Hub, docker space RMI, and specify it. So again you need to check either this image is available or not. So there is no image, okay, available. Now I want to pull out that image from my Docker Hub account. So how you can do it? So docker space pull, here is the option, that is pull option you need to use, and you need to mention your docker id. This is my docker id and this is my image name, right? So enter it. Now check it, images. So here this image is now pull out from your docker hub account. So using that image you can create again that container. So docker space run space hyphen it space hyphen name, specifying this name as container1 space using this image space slash bin slash bash, enter. You can check under slash ganesh, because I have already created some directory, and under the directory I have created some file. So how we can pull out and push out our images from docker hub, and how we can create the container using that images. So we have done this part. Now I am going to create some multiple containers, and we can check how we can remove that multiple containers at the same time. Okay, so I am going to create some multiple containers using the same image, and we will try to remove at the same time. Okay, so docker enter exit docker space ps space hyphen a command. Here three containers are available, and docker space images, there are two images are available. If you want to remove these multiple containers, or you can say all the containers at the same time, so how you can do it? So if suppose these are the containers are in up state, so you can first stop it. So how you can stop it? So same command, docker space stop space, you need to specify this. uh, this is the option you need to use. Okay, this is dollar sign you need to use, and here is the bracket you need to use docker space ps to stop it space hyphen a option and hyphen quiet. Okay, and enter it. So whatever the containers are available, it will stop it. Then another command, if you want to delete all this top container, you can use the command that is docker space rm. So using this command all the containers will remove. You can check it using this command that is docker space ps space a. There is all the docker containers are now removed using this command. If you want to remove all the images, docker space, here you need to mention that is rmi. So this is the basic parameter we are using, and you need to specify -f option to remove it forcefully. Okay, and same option you need to specify bracket. Here is the docker space images, and you need to specify -q. Close it and enter. So all the images are now removed. You can check all the images now removed from your machine. So there is no images available. So this is the basic understanding about this Docker. So now in next video we will do some demonstration on this Docker Compose and Docker Spam. So thank you guys, thank you for watching this video.